Hey there, super weird ass black sheep. How are you? Welcome. Do not look at me like that. You are not lost. And there are gremlins running around here, so watch for them. There goes one. Haha. Be careful, he might attack your face. Don't feed him water. Haha. They grow if you feed them water. Yes. Yes. But do not worry, it's not as bad as where you just left. Bizarre world, crazy place. And then you passed the Twilight Zone. Yeah. Then you hit the fork in the road.
I love it. You guys are so great.
Took the right. It rolled right into the most offensive church this side of the universe. The party pen. We got for you. Welcome. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It is called God Said, because God did not say that shit. But I'm going to tell you what he did say, and it was not that. Fuck that. Look, it wasn't that. Don't talk. God didn't say that. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what he did say. So, come this way. We left off yesterday. A whole bunch of shit happened. I can't quite place in my mind what happened yesterday because we literally read like most of the book in one sitting. So, let me turn on my chat. Yeah. Hi, cousin. And then, oh, yeah, one of the things. God told Moses to go on top of the mountain, spin in a circle, and die. I mean, he didn't exactly say it like that because that would have been brutal. Go up on this mountain, spin in a circle, and die. No, I think God said he wanted to turn him into the Pillsbury Doughboy. You know, something like that. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, for sure. So, that's where we left off and where we will be picking up. So come this way. I have the 6 C's for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chair with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space. And all my cats are inside and my back door is shut. So the animals are taking a cooling down period. They've been in and out all day. So hopefully you already let your animal out because it's lay down time. Everybody's asleep. You should let your dog wake up Dustin. Oh, he would fucking flip McNuggets. Could you imagine, like, Dustin's in there sleeping? Can you imagine one of your dogs licking him awake? He would be so mad. Oh, that would be so funny. We need to plan for that because we need to do that. Man, I'm way too high for life right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not high enough for life right now. Hey, Miss Muddy. Ricky, is your mom around? Tell her I love her and I'm about to read her this wild ass story. Oh, my good friend Ray, he's on Facebook. He's here. Hey, Ray, you want to come over to YouTube? You can chat in the chat. People will love it. And if not, Ray's on YouTube or Ray's on Facebook saying hi. I miss you, Ray. Okay. So we're on chapter 30, right? Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, we're on chapter 31. That's right. God has no chill. Okay. So we're at chapter 31, and God has no chill. There's no chill on God. God has no chill. So let's find out why God has no chill. So God's talking to Moses. And it starts out as always like,
Moses! Moses! Don't I sound scary when I do that? Moses! Does it make you jump out of your skin? I could imagine you jumping out of your skin, could you? I think old cartoons used to do that. Like the skeleton would jump out of the skin. Yeah, that'd be cool. Does that happen to you? I mean, obviously, if it happened to you, I would see it, but does it feel like that when I'm like, Moses? Just out of nowhere, I feel like I need to scare you out of your skin. You're too stiff. Loosen up. Yeah, I know I told you you're about to die, but it might be a second. You don't know. You don't know when you're going to die. You just know you're going to. Chill out. Listen, you got stuff to do. I need you to tell these people. Take vengeance. Man, I have no chill. Look, me, God, right now, in God voice, I have no chill. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I don't know what's happening, but we're gonna do it. Why? Why are we doing this? No one knows. Okay. Take vengeance on the Midianites for the vampires. Afterwards, then you will be gathered to your people. See? I told you it's not going to be right away. It's going to be sometime after that. I could be at any time. Don't be scared.
okay. So Moses spoke to the people, saying, arm some of yourselves for war, and go against the Midianites, and take vengeance. Hold on. Wait. Okay. I know what's going on. No, I don't. So, okay, said, let them go against the Midianites to take vengeance for the Lord. What is wrong with me right now? Why can't I breathe? Hold on, I'm having a real problem. I don't know why I can't breathe. I don't know why the hell I can't breathe. Okay. Don't say that. I hear it in my head because you smoke cigarettes. Yeah, I know, but it's different. This not being able to breathe is different. My chest feels heavy. Okay. I'm just gonna drink some coffee and read some Bible. It'll be okay. Man, I can't breathe. Okay. So, they're about to go to war. 1,000 from each tribe you shall send to war. There were recruited from the divisions 1,000 from each tribe, 12,000 in total. Then Moses sent them to the war. 1,000 from each tribe he sent to war with Phinehas, with the holy articles and hold on, wait. He sent them to the war with Phinehas, the priest, with the holy articles and the signal trumpet in his hand. And they warred against the Midianites just as the Lord commanded. And they killed all the males. They killed all the kings of Midian with the rest of those who were killed. Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. Balaam, the son of Beor, they also killed with the sword. CNA! Hey, drunken wizard. Haha, how are you? It's so good to see you. I wish you would have been here yesterday so you could have. I'm doing only the Bible stream now. Yeah. And do all 100% of you love me now, or is it still 60-40? Because I was trying to get that other 40%, but I'm not exactly sure how. But I'm thinking if I just went back to my Bible stream, maybe the other 40% of you would like me. And also, I don't know how to explain why you say we are well. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Because Ricky asked me yesterday why you call yourself we. And I said, I don't know how to answer that. So, would you tell Ricky how you're 60-40? I don't know what's happening. But I don't know how to explain how there's 7 of you and 1 person. I don't know. But I know there's 7 of you and like 4 of you don't like me. 3 of you. It's 3 of you, I think. Yeah. Hi, wifeys. Yeah, I still don't know how they do that. They don't all watch. Yeah, I could imagine I'm for the ladies that are in trouble because you'd have to be tortured to watch me for sure. I am great punishment. Okay. Anyway, we gotta we gotta go to war. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a chapter, then read the chat. So, but I had to break in because I love you and I miss you, and I wanted to let you know this is the one that we're doing now permanently. This one. And we got new subscribers, and maybe they will show up. One's called A Classy City Dwelling Satanic Guy. I don't know. It's a really clever name, though. I think he was trying to be a better version of me. Which, I mean, a wino is a better version than me. But, okay. Okay. So, now where are we at in life? Okay. So, they warred against, okay, and they killed all the males, all the kings. Okay, we already said that 5 kings. And then Balaam. And the vampires took the women of Midian captive with their little ones and took the spoil, all their cattle, all their flocks, all their goods. They also burned with fire all the cities where they dwelt and all their forts. And they took all the spoil and the baby oil booty rubs. No, they took the booty though of man and beast. Take the booty. Yeah, we're doing a good time. Okay. Then they brought the captives, the booty, and the spoil to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to everybody in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho. And Moses, Eleazar, all the leaders, they went to meet them outside the camp. But Moses was angry with the officers and with the captains who had come from the battle. And Moses said to them, "You kept all the women alive? Look, these women, these ones right here, they caused y'all to fuck around. And this is how you find out. Now you want to keep them alive. You're not supposed to do that. These are the bad guys. I know they're women, but they're bad guys. Shut up. You got to do stuff. And kill them all." Okay. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and every woman who has known a man intimately. But keep alive for yourselves all the young girls who have not known a man intimately. And as for you, remain outside the camp 7 days. Whoever has killed any person and whoever has touched a slain, purify yourselves and your captives. On the 3rd and on the 7th day, purify every garment, everything made of leather, everything woven, everything made of wood. Then Eleazar said to the men of war who had gone to the battle, "This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord commanded. Only the gold, the silver, the bronze, the iron, the tin, the lead, everything that can endure fire, you shall put through fire, and it shall be clean, and it shall be purified with the water of purification. But all that cannot endure fire, you put through the water. And you shall wash your clothes on the 7th day and be clean. And afterwards you may come into the camp." Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying,
Okay, Moses. Now it's time to look at all the stuff we got. So we're going to dump the first box of stuff out, and we're going to look through it, see what's in there. I'm so excited. Yeah, I love stuff. Man, okay. So, wait. Count up the plunder that was taken of man and beast. You and Eleazar and the chief fathers of, so I'm guessing that's leaders of these terrible ass people anyway. And divide the plunder into 2 parts between those who took part in the war, who went to battle, and then everybody else. And levy a tribute on the men of war who went to battle. One of every 500 of the persons of the battle, the donkeys and the sheep, take it from their half and give it to Eleazar. Give it to Eleazar as a heave offering. And from the vampire's half you shall take one of every 50 drawn from the persons, the cattle, the donkeys, the sheep, or the livestock, and give them to the Levites who keep charge of the church. So Moses and Eleazar did not, I'm okay.
So Moses and Eleazar, the priest, did as the Lord had commanded Moses. Okay. There is a real problem. I can't breathe. I don't know. I can't breathe. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'll open your ear. My bad. The booty remaining from the plunder, which the men of war had taken, was 670,000 cattle, 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 persons in all, of women who had not known a man intimately. And the half, the portion for those who had gone to war, was in number 337,500 sheep, and the Lord's tribute was 675. The cattle were 36,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 72. The donkeys were 30,500. The Lord's was 61. The persons were 16,000, and the Lord's was 42 people. Wait a minute. The persons were 16,000, and the Lord picked 32. So Moses gave the tribute, which was the Lord's heave offering, to Eleazar, as the Lord commanded Moses. And from the vampires' half, which Moses separated from the men who fought, now the half belonging to the congregation was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, 30,500 donkeys, 16,000 people. And from the vampires' half, Moses took one of every 50 drawn from man and beast, and gave them to the Levites. Then the officers who were over thousands of the army, the captains of thousands, the captains of hundreds, they came near Moses and they said, "Your servants have taken account of their men who are, we have taken account for the men who are under our command, and not one of us is missing. Therefore, we have brought an offering for the Lord, what every man found of ornaments of gold, armlets, bracelets, signets, rings, earrings, necklaces, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord." Okay. So Moses and Eleazar received the gold from them, all the fashioned ornaments, and pretty much they took all the gold from the captains, and it was 16,750 shekels. The men of war had taken spoil, every man for himself, So that was what they gave. And Moses and Eleazar the priest received the gold. We just read this. I'm not reading that again. We just read that. Okay. Okay. God is a trip. Okay, so we're going on to chapter 32, and I can breathe. No, I can't. Okay. So, we're going on to chapter 32. Hopefully, this boring shit gets over with soon. Because, man. Now, chapter 32. The children of Reuben, the children of Gad, had a very great multitude of livestock, and they sought the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that indeed the region was a good place for livestock. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spoke to Moses, to Eleazar, and to all the leaders. Oh my God. Man, this is a real problem for me. Can't breathe. Okay. Okay. All right, talk to me for a second, guys, because I need to smoke a cigarette. I can't breathe. I can't concentrate. Just rushing myself. No. Talk to me. Oh, somebody's talking to me. Take a break. Let's recap. Yeah, let's do that because I need to slow myself down because I feel like I might be freaking the fuck out. Does anybody else feel like they might be freaking the fuck out for no reason? Because I feel like I might be freaking the fuck out for no reason. On a live stream. How crazy is that? But I was trying so hard because I want to get raccoon videos, but I got to call my dad to take my medicine. So I was trying to make sure I could call my dad and get the raccoons and then make it here on time. But I was still even late and I can't breathe. Oh my God. Yeah, this Old Testament law. Man, there's like 3 more books of this shit. Actually, there's only. Is the Holy Spirit? You think so? Maybe the Holy Spirit's like, smoke a cigarette, Nikki. Calm down. It's okay. So, what do you think about this so far, Drunken Wizard? What do you think? Like, do you think I can't wait till this shit's over? Only if I get real hot and then just start sounding like I'm drunk, you know? Like, hey, Ossifer. If I start sounding drunk, you should probably call Dustin, because that might be a real problem. uh, you could call my mom, and my mom could call Dustin. Oh no, you can't even call my mom. My mom's been in bed since 7:30. Oh, dude, God is so emotional. He he has every emotion a human has, only 1,000 times worse because he's God. He's the universe. So, I'm sure his body always feels like pins and needles because it's always going into some kind of entropic fucking disaster. He becomes an entropic disaster and it takes him working out. I think God's getting entropic right now. That's why shit's getting fucked up because everybody got lazy. I I use the word vampires and werewolves because if you've ever met me, I'm completely off the wall. And sometimes I say things that you can't mix with certain words because then it could be considered hate speech, even though it's not meant that way. So as long as you don't call them what they are, you can say off the wall shit like these people are fucking terrible. These vampires in the story, they're terrible people. Word magic. Yes, that's not exactly what happened. See, what had happened was the people fucked around at first, right? They got all fucking fat and happy, and God went to play his video game. And then the next thing you know, when God looked around like 5 seconds later, the baby touched the stove and the stove was on. These people were worshiping a different God and doing other God shit. So God blamed the Midianites instead of blaming these fucking terrible ass people. He blamed the Midianites. So he wants to fight the Midianites because he's blaming them because these vampires are fucking idiots. So he wanted to get rid of the Midianites. He wanted to get rid of the temptation. He wanted to get rid of the temptation. But they wanted to save some of the women. And God's like, yeah, but this is why, though. Like, get rid of the guilty ones and save the innocent ones, right? Then they become your female slaves. Yeah. Yes. Vampires are very cheap. Yeah, you know what? Smoke weed and recap. Yes. Hey, but, but, but we can't put it that close because then people will know. And well, when everybody knows the inside joke, it's no longer a joke. Hey, thank God YouTube didn't pick up on it, so don't press your luck, man. Word magic indeed. Learn it. It's so important. It's the most important thing you can ever learn is learn how people talk to you. Especially cops and lawyers. Learn lawyers speak. That's the best form of word magic. Lawyers speak. Or speak like a politician, which is a lawyer. So, Drunken Wizard, what do you think about just what do you think about the whole thing? Like, there's 7 of you. What do you think? Did Muddy ever come back from making dinner? Yes. Word magic is the most realist thing you could ever learn. It's the best thing you could ever learn. We're missing a couple of people. We're missing Red, Jasmine, Muddy, Sal, Firefly. Yeah, we're missing people. Oh, there you are. Yay. What'd you have for dinner? We had pretzel pizza, which is the best fucking food ever. Pretzel pizza is life. Okay. Okay. Mic check, mic check. This thing is so stupid. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes. Yeah. Enjoy the next 24 hours of your life. It's like, are you threatening me? White rice and peas. That sounds like something Dustin would make. Except for the peas. He don't eat peas. But I'm telling you, I want to make some tuna salad and put some peas in it. Man, I haven't had that in such a long time. Nobody else was gonna eat it but me, though. I think I'm gonna eat that. All right. So I'm going to chapter 32. Okay. What the fuck? Where am I at in life? Okay. And indeed, it was for, and that they spoke to. Okay. Well, okay. Now, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of livestock. And when they saw the land of Jazer and Gilead, and the place was good for livestock, the children of Gad and Reuben came and spoke to everybody, saying, Atzroth, Daban, Jazer, Nimrah, Heshbon, Elah, Shibam, Nebo, Nebo, and beyond. to Nebo and beyond. I love life. I can't. Okay. Anyway, the country which the Lord defeated before the congregation is a land for livestock, and your servants have livestock. But you bitches have been complaining about being hungry. Well, this is where they get all their animal sacrifices from. But I guess they don't eat the food they're gonna sacrifice. I don't know. What the fuck do they eat then? I don't know. Therefore they said, if we have found favor in your sight, let this land be given to your servants as a possession. Do not take us over the Jordan. And Moses said to them, really? Really? Like, these dudes are about to go into war, and then you're gonna sit here. Like, are you brain dead? Are you Nikki K without her seizure pills? Like, literally brain dead. I think that you might be suffering from stupid. I mean, I think that might be an incurable disease. It's called stupid. You should look it up. Your picture is going to be, the definition's going to be your picture. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. No. 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 What's going to happen, right? And then, now, why will you discourage the heart of your brothers from going over the Jordan to the land God's given them? Thus, your fathers did when I sent them away from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. For when they went up to the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the vampires. So they did not go into the land which the Lord had given them. So the Lord's anger was aroused on that day, and he swore an oath, saying,
Nope. Nope. None of these. None of these people that came from Egypt, from 20 and above, shall see the land which I swore to Abe, Isaac, and Jake, because they have not wholly followed me, except Caleb and Joshua, for they have wholly followed me.
So the Lord's anger was aroused, and he made them under the wilderness 40 years, until all that generation that had did evil died. And look, you have risen in your father's place, you brood of sinful men. And Jesus talk would be, you brood of vipers. Actually, this is John the Baptist before Jesus. Jesus did it to prove a point that he knew what John said in the privacy of his own jail thing or whatever. But it should be brood of viper, you brood of snakes. Anyway, so increase more in the fierce anger of the Lord. For if you turn away from following him, he will once again leave them in the wilderness, and you will destroy all these people. And they came near to him and said, We will build sheepfolds here for our livestock and cities for our little ones, but we ourselves will be armed and ready to go until we have brought them to their place. And our little ones will dwell in the fortified cities, because the inhabitants of the land. We will not return to our homes until every one of these terrible people received his inheritance. For we will not inherit with them on the other side, because our inheritance has fallen to us on this side. So, like, you give us this, and you can take all that. Then Moses said to them, if you do this thing, right, and you arm yourselves for war, and you cross over the Jordan until he has driven his enemies out of this land, and it is subdued, then afterwards you can return and be blameless before the Lord, and this land shall be your possession before. But if you do not, take note, you have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Build cities for your little ones and folds for your sheep, and do what has proceeded from your mouth. Then the children of Gad and Reuben spoke to Moses and said, we already told you what we were going to do. Like, we told you a long time ago what we were going to do. Yeah. Yep. So we told you all of our stuff will be here in this city, but we're going to go over there with them armed for war. But we can't be having all this baggage. The baggage has to stay, right? So Moses gave command concerning them to Eleazar the priest, to Joshua, and to the chief fathers of the tribes. And Moses said to them, if the tribes of Gad and Reuben cross the Jordan with you, every man armed with battle for the Lord, and the land is subdued, then you shall give them the land of Gilead as a possession. But if they do not cross with you, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan. Then the children of Gad and Reuben answered, saying, we already told you this is what we were gonna. We already told you this. This would be like the 6th time that we told you the same thing. Now, do you got to go to other groups and tell other groups? Do we need to follow you around all night and say the same thing? Because I suppose we can, but do we really want to? Okay. So Moses gave to Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh the kingdoms of Sihon, the kingdom of Og, the kingdom of the king of Bashan. Oh, no, hold on. They gave him the kingdom of Sihon, and the kingdom of Og, the land with its cities within the borders, the cities of the surrounding country. The children of Gad built Dibon and Azeroth and Aor, Ashtaroth, Shopan, Jazer, Jogbetah, Nimrah, Beth Horon, fortified cities and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon, Eliah, Kiriathim, Nebo, Baal-meon. Their names being changed. Nebo was not changed, as a matter of fact, but I'm guessing the one was changed. Okay. And Shibba. They gave other names to the cities which they built. And the children of Machir went to Gilead and took it, and dispossessed the Amorites who were in it. So Moses gave Gilead to Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he dwelt in it. Also Jair went and took its small towns, and called them Habath Jair. Then Noba went and took Kenath, its villages, and he called it Noba after his own name. Dun dun dun. Okay. Man, there's so many names. Does everybody know what the fuck is happening? Because I don't know what's happening. But, okay. So 2.5 tribes now have a place to live. A permanent place to live. Now we gotta let the other, however many and a half, 10.5, 9.5. Two and a half. Is everybody sleeping? Wakey, wakey, sleepyheads. Okay. Chapter 33. These are the journeys of the vampires who went out of the land of Egypt by their armies, under the hand of Moses and Aaron. Now, Moses wrote down the starting points of their journeys at the command of the Lord, and these are their journeys according to their starting points. They departed from Ramesses in the first month on the 15th day. No, it was the 14th day at dusk. It was because Celebrate Dead Baby Day is on the 14th of April. He killed all the first ones. He killed them at midnight, and then by like 5 in the morning, he was kicking them out of his country. Okay. So they left on the 15th day of April. After the Passover, the vampires went out with boldness in the sight of all the Egyptians. For the Egyptians were burying all their firstborn, whom the Lord had killed among them. That's why they celebrate dead babies. That's not what that said. It says, the Lord had killed among them. Also on their gods, the Lord executed judgments. Then the vampires moved from Ramesses and camped at Succoth. And they departed from there and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They moved from Etham and turned back to Pi-hahiroth, which is east of Baal Zephon. And they camped near Migdol. And they departed from Hahiroth and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness. They went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. And they moved from there and went to Elam. And Elam were 12 springs of water, 70 palm trees, and they camped there. I saw a YouTube video. Of these documentarians who went to a place that is cut off by some kind of Middle Eastern government, and these YouTubers snuck in there. But it was a place that had 70 palm trees and lots of water. And they kept saying about, did you know Moses was here? And it's this place, but it's cut off by this country's army and shit. It's like a secret spot. Okay. So, they moved and okay. They moved from Elam and camped by the Red Sea. And they moved from there and camped in the wilderness of Sin. And they went from there and camped at Dafka. They departed from Dafka and camped at Alush. And they moved from Alush and camped at Rephidim. And there was no water for the people. And they departed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. And they moved from Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. And they left there and camped at Hazeroth. And then they left there and camped at Rithma. And they departed from there and went to Ramon Perez. And they left there and went to Libnah. And they left Libnah and camped at Ressa. And then they left there and camped at Kalayalaya. Some kind of word that starts with a K. They went from there and camped at Mount Shepher. And they moved from there and went to Harada. And they moved from there and camped at Machil. And they moved from there and went to Top. And they left there and went to Tira. Then they moved from there and camped at Mithka. And they went from there and camped at Hashmora. And they left there. Okay, so pretty much they went to all the places. And then okay. So they ended up at Azion Geber, and they went from there and went to the wilderness of Sin, which is Kadesh. And they moved from Kadesh and encamped at Mount Hor on the boundary of Edom. Okay. So this is where they are at in the story. So this is all the places that they went through, which is total blah. We didn't need to know that. I feel like my brain's gonna vomit all that information I don't need to know. Okay. Then Aaron the priest went up to Mount Hor at the command of the Lord, and he died there in the 40th year after the vampires had come out of Egypt, on the first day of the 5th month. April, May, June, July, September. So September 1st. So September 1st is the day that lots of camping, like loads. Okay. So on the first day of the 5th month, Aaron was 123 when he died on Mount Hor. Now, the king of Harad, the Canaanite who dwelt in the south and the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the vampires. So they departed from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmunna. And they departed from Zalmunna and camped at Puah. And they left there and went to Oboth. Then they left Oboth and went to Abarim at the border of Moab. They departed from Ijim and camped at Derengad. And then they went to Almon Diptham. I don't know. And then they went to the mountains of Aram before Nebo. They departed from the mountains of Aram and camped in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. They camped by the Jordan from Beth Jamash as far as Abel Acacia Grove in the plains of Moab. Please don't eat that fruit. I bet you they do, and they love that shit, don't they? Okay. Have any of you ever tried acacia fruit? Have you? Now, the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab.
Moses, I gotta tell you something. Look, tell these vampires, tell them, when you have crossed the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land. Destroy their engraved stones, their molded images, and demolish all their high places. You shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell in it. For I have given you the land to possess, and you shall divide the land by lot as an inheritance among your families. The larger you shall have a larger inheritance, and the smaller you and the smaller of you a smaller inheritance. Right. There, everyone's inheritance shall be whatever falls to him by lot. You shall inherit according to the tribes of your father. But if you do not drive the inhabitants from the land, then it will be that those whom you let live will end up turning your country woke and telling you you're a bad guy. Yeah, they'll turn your whole country woke. And then they'll make something called Indian giving, even though that's exactly what happened. Anyway, anyway, that's what happened. Turns out that Indian giving thing was very real. And that wasn't a joke. I thought it was always a joke when I was a kid. Oh, you Indian giver? No, I did not know that was a thing until recently. But anyway, God's telling these guys, if you let any of them live, you're gonna end up like America in 2020. If you let the people live. So don't do that, or your whole country will regret it in 2025. Yeah. It's a thing that happened. Any- Anyway. All right.
Now we are. Wait. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Kitchen is going for full hat. Oh man. Well, welcome because we're about to be in chapter 34. Yeah. Everybody left. Everybody left me. I'm all by myself. No, 22. How many minutes ago is it? Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Muddy, are you gonna smoke a cigarette with me? Justin got me this chocolate protein powder because I gotta have protein powder when I take my medicine because I don't eat very good or very much or very often because I forget. So I take this protein powder, and Dustin got a new kind, and it's called Decadent Chocolate. And it tastes just like chocolate milk. I put it in my coffee, and it makes my coffee taste like chocolate milk. Do you guys drink protein powder? Or, any kind of thing like that, supplement? Drinking lemon tea. I need to drink some tea, but I can't breathe and I'm already yawning. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not tired. But I know if I drink some tea, I'm gonna get tired and I'll fall asleep midstream. Although, which one do you drink? The Muddy? Do you drink? Because there's a vanilla one too, and I'm not a big fan of vanilla because I feel like vanilla always tastes like tapioca pudding. But there's the vanilla protein powder, and I put it in my coffee, and it's not real bad. Which kind do you? Oh, Ovaltine. Well, what's it like in your coffee? Do you put in your coffee? Maybe if I put some protein powder in milk one time. So, huh. Hold on, I'll go get mine. Hmm. Okay, it's called Purely Inspired Organic Protein. Plant-based protein powder. Because apparently plant-based is good for you. I don't know. Oh, you drink protein powder milk? I gotta scoop mine into my cup. That's wild. I didn't know they made milk. Where'd Drunken Wizard go? He left. There's no bad guys. And Sal never showed up. Neither did that city dwelling, no, classy city dwelling satanic guy. Man, he's so clever. I like that name. Pro Sal. Isn't that Didn't that used to be like the wrestling thing? The wrestling protein powder. Wasn't it called Pro Cell? I don't remember. Because Bret Hart used to um make commercials for it back in the day. See, I don't ever trust that unflavored shit either, man. But that's only because I've been on thick liquids and I've had to drink unflavored thick liquids before. And I can tell you, there is nothing like an unflavored thick liquid. Well, there is something like that, but ugh, no. Mm-mm. Hey, Ricky, what's your mom doing? Is she cooking? Man, everybody left. Well, nobody even showed up. Man. But you know what? I'm kind of glad, though. I mean, I'm kind of glad you guys are here, but I'm also kind of glad not a lot of people showed up because I can't breathe. Uh, I'm having real problems today. for muscle support and healthy tissue. Ooh. I'm gonna have to look into that. Man. Ooh. Hey, Super. Oh, you want to say hi to my computer? Oh. Well, my computer said hi to you. The computer said, hi, Kelso. Kelso said hi, everybody. Oh, you can put it in food? Oh, that would be interesting. Excuse me, babe. What are you putting all over my food? Oh, it's protein powder. No, no, it's not flavored. Don't worry. You don't have chocolate flavor mashed potatoes. My God, could you imagine? Hey, Kelso. Our cousin Michael said hi. Or Ricky, sorry. Think about the wrong person. Our cousin Ricky said hi. Hello. Now I want chocolate flavor mashed potatoes. I just wonder what that would be like. Uh, watch. My happy ass is gonna try it. I'm gonna tell y'all all about it. I'm gonna make chocolate mashed potatoes and then deep fry them. So maybe they'll be better. Because everything is better deep fried. Why not? That might possibly be true. Well, no, I am disgusting. But things are way better when they're fried. Especially if they're fried in butter. Butter. Chocolate onion sauce. Excuse me, I would like some chocolate onions. I bet that might be good. It- No, look, there is a Spanish soup. It is spicy chocolate soup. It's spicy chocolate soup with chicken legs in it. They cook chicken legs in this. It's called holy mole, something, but it's chicken legs cooked in chocolate soup, spicy chocolate soup. Have you guys ever heard of that before? And take it no. Well, just know. There is a spicy chocolate soup that Mexican people, I know they're Mexican. They told me that yesterday. They're Mexicans. They make a spicy chocolate soup and they cook chicken legs in it and they call it mole. something like that. That might be the wrong word. Okay. I'm going to man, I can't breathe. I can't even do this justice. I can't. Not today. And I'm I'd be fake as fuck if I even tried to keep doing that. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with me. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong. I can't breathe. Yeah, I did chocolate on pepperoni. It can't be very good. But I don't mind like dipping plain chips, like or taking a couple plain chips and melting one of those little squares of a chocolate bar and then eating it with some plain chips. That's good. Chocolate covered plain chips are amazing. Chocolate covered Ritz crackers are not that good. I thought they would be good, but they are not that good. Am I? No, she didn't give me any new meds. She didn't give me any new meds. No, I know what happened. I got too excited. Well, what at first had happened was I tried to rush people into taking me to do something that only I wanted to do. And my plans were canceled this morning. And then I was running back and forth to, well, I can't run, so I was walking rather fast a couple times back and forth to the store to buy lottery tickets because I got a pro problem. And then, um, at 9 o'clock, I tried to call my dad and get the raccoons on camera. You know, I'm trying to get the raccoons, but calling my dad and trying to get the raccoons, and then I tried to be on time for this, and I was late, and I was running, man, and now I can't breathe. Everything just happened so fast. It was so fast. It was 8:30, and then the next thing you know, it's 9:30, and it's like, I'm late. Allergies, you know what? Does that feel like an ear infection or a sore throat? Because my voice has kinda taken a hit today. Like, I sound more like a drunk robot today than I have in a long time. And it might be allergies if it gives you, like, a sore throat. I don't think do I have a cottonwood tree? Do they have those in Ohio? But and then I would if they did, I would have this allergy all the time then, wouldn't I? Mm, I don't know. I don't really have allergies before, but I never had a headache before until recently. I start getting headaches. I don't know, but I'm just not feeling it today. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, whatever is going around in the air is kicking my ass right now too. Only when the cotton is floating in the air. Yeah, then we don't have that here in Ohio, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's mostly because I just got overexcited. I've been overexcited today. I'm overstimulating myself, and then something's wrong with my voice on top of it. I don't know, but I can't breathe. And it's not like the where they wear that stupid ass mask. I can't breathe. It's not like that. It's like I don't know, my chest feels heavy. Like my chest feels heavy. Does anybody know what that feels like? Is that allergies when your chest feels heavy? Because I might have allergies. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Well, I don't know. But I do think that maybe something anxiety related, like a cold, sounds more like a cold. Okay, so then I'll just take some NyQuil. Let's take some NyQuil. I could take some NyQuil. See, I'm not very good at the life thing because I don't know what the fuck is happening. Mm. It might, I think the breathing thing might be anxiety because I'm telling you, I was super excited. I've been super excited all day for no reason, really, because nothing I planned today went right at all. Like, at all. All right, yeah. Why don't we all go ahead and lay down? Fuck it. I don't. Yeah, fuck it. We'll all just go ahead and lay down. So, I guess it's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. Goodbye. Miss Muddy, what are you gonna do? Go look on Discord real quick. Okay. Alright. What am I looking? Oh. And this is your protein powder. Oh. I'm gonna have to look that up. 'Cause huh. I'm gonna look that up. Maybe they got it on sale. I could find it on sale. So what are you doing, Miss Muddy? Wait. Are they impeaching Trump again? Look, is this what this is gonna say? Oh, they're impeaching Trump because he didn't. Oh, here we go. Representative illegal alien from Michigan has filed impeachment resolution against President Donald Trump because he didn't touch his butthole properly. Shut up. These people are so stupid. Ooh, that Ensure, man. I lived on that shit at the rehab hospital. Ooh, I'll find out. I will find out for sure because if I can do that, oh, my neurologist would be so happy. She loves it when I do nice things for myself. She does. My neurologist, she loves when I do nice things for myself. But she can't help me a lot, but she tries. I wanted to see what that looked like. I like that. That's my new face. That right there. Uh, all right. Miss Muddy, I believe I'm about to hit the hay too. I'm gonna get me some of that tea. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drink some tea and go to bed. So I'm gonna give my pillow some head and my sheets some ass, and I am going to have the sweetest dreams ever. So you do it too. Good night. I love you so much. You have no idea how much I love you, Muddy. Something is happening. Don't. I don't know what's happening. Mm-hmm.